And in the post 9/11 world, he was one of the people who, with me as United States Attorney, helped me to build bridges to the Muslim community, to develop sources, to build trust, and to help that community help us keep our country safe. Sohail was a leader in doing that for American law enforcement. And so I asked him if he'd be willing to give up his practice and become a judge, because I thought he would be a great judge and a great example for children all over our state, and a great story. And he said he would. And do you know the first question he was asked when he sat before the Senate Judiciary Committee in New Jersey? With that background, as his introduction in his speech, the first question was, Mr. Muhammad, could you explain what jihad is?
All right, that's Chris Christie at the Republican Jewish Coalition in Vegas last week. He was talking about Sohail Muhammad, a judge that he appointed to the bench, a Muslim. I have no problem with the fact that he's Muslim. He was answering a question from the audience there. But the fact of the matter is the irony. I hold in my hand an AP story from May 9th of 2007. Remember the Fort Dix 6? Remember the 6 who were arrested? They were going to go into Fort Dix. They were taxi drivers, pizza delivery men, and they were going to kill as many American soldiers as possible. Well, from that article, U.S. Attorney Chris Christie is quoted as saying, this is what law enforcement is supposed to do in the post-9/11 era. Stay one step ahead of those who are attempting to cause harm to innocent Americans. You know what his Muslim hero, now judge, said in the same article? Same article. If these people did something, then they deserve to be punished to the fullest extent of the law, said Sohail Muhammad, a lawyer who represented scores of detainees after the 9/11 attacks. But when the government says Islamic militants, it sends a message to the public that Islam and militancy are synonyms. So he doesn't think we should be saying Islamic terror. This is the guy Christie appoints to the bench. Next.
Sohail Muhammad knows about as much about jihad as I do, being an Italian, Irish, American kid from Newark, New Jersey. But because he was a Muslim, they felt free to ask Sohail Muhammad about jihad. Sohail Muhammad knows about as much about Sharia law as I do.
Really? I mean, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But the man represented detainees in the aftermath of 9/11. He was their lawyer. Again, nothing wrong with that. But he also doesn't like the term Islamic terrorism. Something wrong with that. And why shouldn't the committee, who's here going to approve him or not, ask him his opinion, what jihad means and what Sharia law means? He's going to be a judge on the bench. Christie doesn't like this kind of questioning. Next.
This is a man who has sworn an oath to be a citizen of this country, has worked, paid his taxes, raised his family, been law-abiding, as a lawyer upheld his oath to uphold the Constitution of our state and country, and as a judge, since he's been confirmed, has been nothing but a model jurist in dealing with the problems that confront him every day in his courtroom. It is ridiculous and insulting that because I nominated Sohail Muhammad, that people somehow think that that means that I'm for Sharia law. It's crap. And it's the only way I can describe it.
All right. I want you to see this next one also. Here's more Christie.
And I will not ever apologize for making him a judge. In fact, I'm proud of it. His career will serve as a model for other children of his background and other backgrounds to serve in the law. And Sharia law will not come into New Jersey because of Sohail Muhammad. And as long as I'm governor, it won't come into our state for any other reason. And to suggest otherwise is nothing more than internet blog BS.
All right. Chris Christie falls very short in satisfying my curiosity with that appointment. On the Steve Malzberg Show on Newsmax Television.
The Steve Malzberg Show.